long, and there are some people I'd like you to meet, because we think that what they do and the way they choose to do it can make a difference in other people's lives. Maybe it already has. Bobby Orr, for instance. A sports writer recently told me that he thinks that current hockey stars should get down on their knees and thank Bobby Orr for that golden glow he gave the game. We found, though, that it's Bobby who feels he owes the game, and tonight we'll see just how far he'll travel to pay back that debt. First, though, what has happened to Bobby Orr since bad knees forced him out far too soon? To find out, we went to a game to benefit retired players, and this would mark the first time since his own retirement in 1979 that Bobby Orr would stand on Boston Garden ice and not skate.
Here comes Orr up the middle. Over the line, trying to go in. He does! He scores! What a goal for a hat trick! Bobby Orr, his 100th point.
Are you nervous?
I am nervous, and I really don't know why.
The ovation this night at the Masters game echoed a night 5 years ago, the last time Bobby Orr stood on the garden ice in a suit and acknowledged the fans' salute. That was his retirement in 1979. There would be a couple of comeback attempts, but the Orr magic we remembered never came back.
I was advised to quit sooner than that, but it had to be very clear in my mind that I couldn't play. And after taking a year off, working very hard, it didn't work, so it was clear in my mind, I just couldn't play.
No, we can't go to save the legs. We can't go out there yet.
The transition has been painful, but Bobby seems to have weathered it well. He now wears the uniform of his second career, a business suit. He's involved in several business ventures. In fact, the person we're used to seeing interviewed now has his own television production company with a Canadian talk show that tapes in Jamaica. He's also a spokesperson for Nabisco products. As he says, not a bad life. But it wasn't always that way.
Heck, we're all legends around here.
Hey, that's Bobby. Bobby? Yeah, Bobby O. Oh.
When I retired, now I have to go out into the business world, and I was really frightened. I made a mistake. I hadn't taken part in any kind of business, even my own affairs, and which was a mistake on my part. Something I found in different businesses, because I was Bobby Orr, people thought, well, you know, they're using Bobby Orr to open doors. You know, it was like, you know, Bobby Orr can't think. He was an athlete, he can't think. And things are changing.
Work for you, Bobby.
Who's that?
Rick and Randy Kern.
Oh, you sure?
No. To get up in the morning, put the suit and tie on to the office, it's something I'd never done, and it took me a while to adjust. But I love it.
Did you miss being out there?
I missed it very much. But my last game in Boston Garden last year. How'd you playing against
This year, when he returned to the old office, the Boston Garden, one question followed him. Bobby says no, he doesn't mind people asking if he misses the game. The answer, of course. He also doesn't mind that his two young sons show no interest in playing hockey themselves and never saw him play in his prime.
Where do you want Daddy to shoot that? Where do you want?
Waistband.
I need a left.
What was it you were telling me the story about, was it the last Masters game when you got in the car?
Oh, that's the first time they'd watch me play, so I was a little excited after the game to get in the car with Peggy and find out what the kids thought. I said, oh, well, what did they think? She said, oh, they had fun. I said, well, did they say anything? Oh, I said, well, what did they like best? Pete Peters was sitting behind them.
Turn around here.
New players like Pete Peters are popular, but there's something about Bobby Orr that has nothing to do with hockey and that retirement can't take away.
He stands for everybody that isn't anybody. The bottom line is Bobby cares. Isn't that what the whole thing's about? And that's what Bobby cares.
It's because Bobby Orr cares that we recently found ourselves traveling hundreds of miles up the frozen coast of Canada. Why would anyone want to come here to these isolated, ice-locked islands? Stories of Bobby's generosity with his time, the hockey clinics, the visits to the elderly, are legendary. Add to them this one.
It's quite a ways away, and it's going to be awfully cold in the wintertime. These people truly, honestly appreciate you coming up here and spending a little bit of time with them.
The main industry here, fishing, shuts down this time of year. Travelers by ski plane or snowmobile. There are no airports, no roads. Our guide, Episcopal Archdeacon Bob Bryan, would meet us halfway.
I think it's overwhelming to arrive and take a look at that place because there isn't any other sign of human habitation, at least as far as the eye can see.
Bob Bryan is a native of Ipswich, but he's ministered this area's needs for 25 years and knows about the isolation. It was to support the schools and clinics built by his Quebec-Labrador Foundation that Bobby Orr first came up here. But as we headed to our first stop, Harrington Harbour, Bryan knew the impact of Bobby's return visit would be the same as the first.
They're pouring out now to see a friend. Every available man, woman, and child, knowing that Bobby Orr is in the plane circling overhead and about to land, is going to try to get out on the ice and crowd around the plane to say hello. I had seen pictures of Lindbergh's plane landing at Le Bourget, and I was reminded of that.
Second.
But that's what happens when Bobby Orr comes to town.
What's this Montreal Canadian hat? Hi?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Larry, how are you?
You find with the people on the coast, you may only meet them once, twice. You become their friends. You become very close very quickly.
Oh, you can drive. Last night I was looking at you in Calgary.
Every door here is open to Bobby Orr. He'll visit everyone, but the two most important stops come first, the school and the nursing home.
Thank you. So good to see you. I think one of his greatest qualities is his ability to make individuals feel important as individuals. That's a great gift.
Well, for me to see Bobby Orr, it's a pleasure. Because he's such a man, eh? And he played hockey, don't forget.
6 plus 3.
That's a girl. Very good.
Oh, in there, and all the pictures is in there the year he won the Stanley Cup, and he's in the air with that last, eh?
But hardly a game.
Right in the air.
Bobby says he's attracted to these people because of their simplicity. His relationship with this fisherman helps explain their feelings for him. One sub-zero day, we traveled 10 miles to a place where Laurie Cox's son lost his way one night and drove his machine off the frozen bay into the ocean. Bobby knew the boy and wanted to see the man's memorial to his son.
If they took him out of the water, he wouldn't have lasted. Well, that was about 22 below zero. You can imagine.
Well,
Kid, Laurie.
yeah, you'll never be forgotten around here, sure.
So yes, there is a lot of danger. The ocean, the weather, the cold. I mean, it's tough. They're a tough breed.
The next day, we continued up the coast, where Bobby would try a form of travel only recently replaced by machines.
You are kidding me.
Boys, get out front here. Get out here. You're going to get tangled.
I don't think they listen.
Are they friendly dogs?
That contact means more than all of the records and the goals and the things that they've heard about.
These kids wouldn't even have seen him play. Television is relatively new here, but a lesson from Bobby Orr is the goal of every kid on the coast.
You come forward.
I like to see them laugh, see them smile when they take the puck from me or knock me down, which they love. I just get a boot out of it.
He shouldn't skate. A chip in the ice could cripple him, but a native of Canada, he knows that the nearest NHL team is 850 miles away in Quebec City. He knows what his being here means.
You know, I was blessed with the ability to do something. That was to play a game of hockey. Hockey has opened a lot of doors for me. A lot of things I have today because of the game. And yes, I think you've got to give back after. I've got a lot to give back, yes.
And I think that he may find later in his life that what he's been doing is going to be more filling or transcend what he would have been able to contribute and give through continuing to play.
He's such a man, eh? And he played hockey, don't forget.